Good evening folks and welcome. This is probably going to be a short video. I mean that's a new one coming from me, innit? A short video. Right, what have I got here? Yeah, looks like an ordinary video cassette. I'll tell you what, I found a good use for a video cassette, given that nobody wants to feel inclined to put me into a video machine anymore, and especially not this one. A Manchester time capsule. The official Granada TV Manchester time capsule. Anyway, you just know I've done something to it, don't you? Right, well, on the back we've got 3 sockets. We've got a power in and a left and right. I could have got them straight, but I didn't. This is all glued shut, all screwed together, all neatly wired inside, and they left some tape in for authenticity. And the tape isn't joined together, by the way, it's just glued at the posts at the end here, at either end. Anyway, and why have I done that? Well, there we go. Bluetooth, FM radio, USB, memory card player, does quite a few things. Anyway, I'll give you a demonstration. So what we'll do, at the moment I'm running on my 12 volt bench supply, so what we'll do, we'll plug, it's just, I'm not sure which one of these is which now, I think it's these two, I'm not sure. Let's just turn the amp on and just do the buzz test. Right, so that one is left, push that in, and that one is right. Push that in, and the third one is power. There we go. It says hello to you and then comes on default at auxiliary. So what we'll do, we'll put a memory stick in. I don't like the first track on this, but I'm only going to listen to a couple of seconds of it anyway. So we'll put the USB memory card in. Let's turn the amp up. Oh, it started off where it last played. When he came in close beside me, said, "Don't worry, son, I'm here. If Charlie wants to tangle now, he'll have to dodge." I said, "Well, thanks a lot." Let's just pause that a second so I can zoom in, so you can get a good look at the display and stuff. Right, I just thought, I was sat here thinking, and I thought to myself, you know, what could you possibly do oh, that's wrong. There we go. I was sat here earlier and I was thinking, what could you possibly do with an old video cassette? You know, what possible use could you actually put it to, you know, do with it? I mean, admittedly, I've caught it here a bit on the top here with the Dremel, but I'm not bothered about that. I can live with that, but we're on pause there. They obviously didn't have enough room to fit the E. But should have made the display a bit bigger. And it tells you what it's doing. It's MP3 and it's on pause, and if we press the button again, it's remote controlled as well, folks. That's the USB part of it. The memory, it takes a memory card which goes in under there as well. Little micro SD card thing. Also Bluetooth. If I press the mode button, I haven't got Bluetooth connected to it at the moment, but it does work. It is Bluetooth. And
whereas he says
radio.
to return It would be exploited.
And what I've done for the...
terrorists.
You also have...
should be anticipated and planned for.
You also have an equaliser.
Said it's in regular contact
so you
with
can
the
change...
and is considering his proposals.
A group representing religious education teachers and faith organisations has called for a major shake-up of the way the subject is taught in England. The Commission for Religious Education warns many secondary schools...
Turn the volume up and down on it. And it can hold about 20 odd preset FM stations. It is FM only. And what I've done, I've just paused. You can even pause the radio. Not live pause, but basically it's another form of mute.
We want children to be able to...
And there's mute there. It flashes when it's on mute. And basically, you've got an auxiliary input in the front there so you can plug something in. Not that you'd want to, I can't think why. You've got everything here that you need. And it's nice and it's compact, and I just think it's a brilliant use for an old videotape. You know, and it looks, I've left the, it looks all original at the bottom. The reels are glued in place, so they can't move about or rattle. You know, it's, yeah. If anything, it'll be a talking point. I'm going to plug it, what I'm going to do, I've got to sort out a 12 volt power supply for it. And I'm going to plug it into that Sharp VZ3000, which I got off Jay. Is it a VZ3000 or a VZ2? Yeah, VZ3000. I'm going to plug it into, or is it a 2? I can't remember. I'm going to plug it into that Sharp Vertical Music Centre I got off Jay the other week. And that's Jay from Jay's Vintage Junk. And I'm going to just have it sat on the top of that. You know, it'll be a talking point, if anything. I've got 2 little grommets that go in there to block them holes, because I couldn't put screws in here, obviously, because as you know with a videotape, they're actually joined. There's a joint here, because obviously they're screwed together. So what I did, I super glued this on. And it's just the right size. I mean, that's, nice and flush there. There's a slight overhang on the bottom, but I can live with that. Very, very slight. But that's just right. I think that's a brilliant use for an old videotape. I really do. I think that's brilliant. But then again, I made it, but I just think it's a good idea. And this is this amplifier, in case you're interested. This is a separate power amp and a preamp made by York. And for what it is, I mean, I think for what it is, this is a brilliant little amp. I bought this off eBay a long time ago, and I can't remember what I bought it for, what reason, but I think I bought it just because the other guy had it and I didn't. I think it was one of them moments. And but I think this is great. What I've done for the FM aerial, I've actually built the FM aerial into the case. You get a piece of wire, get my hand right, you get a piece of wire about that long, a couple of inches long, but what I did, I put a bit longer in, and you have to solder that in yourself. Anyway, I put a bit more in, and so it has a fighting chance of picking up a station or 3. And it does, it's not bad, if we go back onto play, if we take it off mute.
Tuesday, 12 people were killed in clashes with security forces after 30,000 people who drank polluted water had to be treated in hospital. For weeks they've been complaining of water.
Why has it gone off on one channel? Yeah, that's weird.
180 kilo.
Yeah. It might be the lead. Get out. Well, it's not. That's weird. Why has it gone off on one channel? For fuck's sake. Let's just unplug the power and plug it back in. There's mode. That's weird. That was why I had a wire plugged in the wrong place. That's what it was. I had one of the wires wrong. That was a bit worrying. I thought I've only just built it and it's gone tits up. It hasn't. There's the... let's go to a station.
At the entrance to the school, they're all remembered. Hundreds of dead,
Right.
hundreds of missing, row after
Left.
row of photographs. Everyone missed by someone.
But do you know something? That's not a bad sounding radio. I've heard worse.
A boy with an impish grin, and his 11-year-old brother Jasso, a redhead with a sprinkle of freckles.
I'm a professional cynic, but my heart's not in it. I'm paying the price of living life at the limit. Anxiety.
Anyway, folks, that's all there is for it. It's, you know, I just think it's a good use. I'm not going to ramble on. I'm going to say, I just think it's a good use for an old video cassette that would have otherwise gone in the bin. And I just think, you know, that's, yeah. Brilliant. Anyway, you all take care, and I'll catch you later, and thanks for watching. Bye for now, folks. More to come later, as always. Where the fuck did I put the remote? There we go.